welcome back. I realized today that I got a few little minor maintenance things to do on basically the commuter vehicle I purchased to get back and forth to work with, which is a 2011 Dodge Journey with a 3.6 liter in it. So I figured that maybe I would take a few minutes and put together a quick little video just showing how to change the filters on it. Uh, I picked up a set of filters, so a cabin air filter and an engine air filter, just because I don't know the maintenance history of the vehicle as well as I'd like to. So I don't know when they were changed last. So kind of cheap insurance. So anyway, I figure if this helps someone else out, even better. Okay, so as I mentioned, my Journey has the 3.6 liter Pentastar V6. And I've gone ahead and I ordered a Wix filter for it just because I'm a fan of their products. I've had really good luck with them. So first thing you're going to need to do is go ahead and just remove the engine cover. It just snaps down on here. So we'll just go ahead and we'll gently give it a pull, and that will go ahead and come off, because all that holds it on are these four little rubber bushed pins that go on top of the intake here. We're just going to move it for clearance. It's not the end of the world to take it off. It doesn't have to come off, but it's just easier. Next thing I'm going to do is, and really the only tool you'll need, is just a blade screwdriver. Because what we're going to do is, I always loosen it off. Again, it's up to you. And loosen off their intake tube, and usually they're not sealed on here overly. With that off, and then you'll notice that there should be four of these little screws. So there's one down the side here, there's another one here, another one here, and there's one right there under that harness. So we're just going to loosen those off. And I believe they're captive, so it means they're going to come out, but they're going to stay in the upper portion of the air filter. So we'll go ahead and we'll take all those out. Well, loosen them off, I guess I should say. Just like that. Now this one's a little more difficult just because, so that's our PCM right there, which is the powertrain control module. So that's what those wires are going to. So we're just going to be a little bit careful with this one, just so we don't end up piercing the insulation. I mean, it's not a great spot for them to put that, but engineers don't think of things from a maintenance standpoint. So that should be that loose. You'll see here in a second why I loosen this off. It just makes things a little easier because you can just pop the lid right out of the way now. Like that. And there's our air filter. And it's a Fram filter in it, which is okay. But what kind of shape is it in? Yeah, it's kind of dirty. See down in the pleats there. It's not bad. But again, I don't know the history of it, so it's just easier for me to go ahead and replace the filter now and know when it was last changed than it is to go ahead and assume. So there's our Wix filter, which as you can see has a little bit heavier pleating and a little bit different material, which is why I like their filters better. But again, that's a personal preference. If you prefer Fram, use Fram. So there's our filter in there, and we're just going to do the exact same thing in reverse now. Just going to take our airbox lid, lift the hose up a little bit here, put it in like that, and rotate this just like that, and that's our lid in place again. Let me just put our screws back in. prefer to do it with one hand only, but that's okay. Make sure you tighten this clamp back up again. And I'll go ahead and I'll put the engine cover back on. Which you'll feel the little pins kind of line up. There you go. That's your air filter changed. Okay, to change our cabin air filter. So you can see I'm on the passenger side of the vehicle. So I'm going to go in the glove box. I've already emptied it out just so I don't have crap everywhere here. And dump it all over the floor. You're going to see there's a little tab over here. Right here. You push that in. You're going to do that on both sides. And again, it's a little hard to do with one hand, but we'll manage. Okay, I'm going to drop both those down. Now what you're going to see is there's a little tether here. You can either remove it or leave it. It's up to you. I don't need to remove it, but anyway. And what you're going to see is airflow, this little cover here. So we're going to go ahead and there's going to be, let me turn the light on. Okay, there's a little pin there and one on this side. So what you're going to do is you're going to push both those pins in like that and then pull it towards you. And the cabin air filter was actually put in backwards. And that's a Chrysler filter, so that was done at the dealership. Okay, anyway. We'll go ahead and we'll remove that. And it just slides out. Oh yeah, that's a dirty filter. So that's what we've been breathing in here. Which also kind of leads to why the interior probably has a bit of a funky smell. That filter would have been whitish originally. So anyway, let me get the other one ready and we'll do everything in reverse. Okay, so here's our replacement filter. This one's the Wix. And no, I'm not sponsored by Wix. However, if somebody from Wix is watching this and would like to sponsor me, I would be okay with it. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually put the phone down to put this in because it's a little bit awkward with only one hand. Okay, so with the filter in there facing the right direction, now we can take and put our cap piece back on, which literally just pops in here like so. Okay, I can pop my I popped the tether off just to give myself a little more room to work. So I just gotta grab a hold of it from here. As you can see, there's a slot in here, so I just put that in there like that. And then I just take and just kind of lift the glove box back up like that. And that's that. We've now replaced our cabin air filter. So hopefully this helps someone anyway. Maybe save a few bucks.